One of the most universal and frustrating aspects of flu is appetite loss. Food becomes unappealing, sometimes even nauseating, yet your body desperately needs nutrition for recovery. This presents a significant clinical challenge. How do you get adequate nutrition into someone who can't stand the thought of eating? The loss of appetite during illness, medical term anorexia, though not the eating disorder, results from several mechanisms. Inflammatory cytokines, particularly interleukin-1 and tumor necrosis factor alpha, directly act on the hypothalamus to suppress appetite. It's thought to be an adaptive response, though whether it's actually helpful is debated. Postnasal drip causes nausea. Medications can affect appetite. And everything just tastes wrong when your taste and smell are altered by inflammation and nasal congestion. So what works when you genuinely can't eat? First, abandon the 3 meals a day paradigm. Small, frequent snacks 6 to 8 times daily work much better than trying to force down meals. Even a few crackers with peanut butter every couple hours adds up. Your stomach is probably churning and unhappy anyway, so smaller volumes are better tolerated. Liquid nutrition becomes your friend. Smoothies, soups, milk-based drinks, even nutritional supplement drinks like Ensure or Boost, these deliver calories, protein, and nutrients in forms that typically go down easier than solid food. A protein smoothie with banana, protein powder, milk, and nut butter might contain 400 calories and be completely drinkable when you couldn't possibly eat a sandwich. Temperature preferences often shift during illness. Some people suddenly prefer cold foods because they have less aroma, and strong food smells can trigger nausea. Others find warm foods soothing. Experiment with both cold fruit smoothies, popsicles, and yogurt versus warm soup and oatmeal, and see what your body tolerates better on any given day. The Brett diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, was traditionally recommended for illness, though it was really designed for gastrointestinal issues, not flu. It's too restrictive for influenza. You need protein, fats, and more diverse nutrients. A modified approach includes these gentle, easily digestible foods, but adds protein and nutrients: scrambled eggs with toast, chicken in rice soup, Greek yogurt with mashed banana. Flavor considerations matter. When taste is dulled, which happens with nasal congestion, salty foods often become more appealing because salt enhances flavor perception even with compromised smell. Broths, crackers, pretzels, these can be easier to eat than bland foods. On the other hand, if you're experiencing nausea, very bland foods might work better. This is individual. You have to listen to your body. Calorie density becomes strategic. When you can only eat small amounts, make those amounts count. Nut butters, avocados, full-fat dairy products, eggs, these pack nutrition into small volumes. A tablespoon of almond butter has about 90 calories and 7 grams of protein. That's meaningful when you're struggling to eat. Medical nutrition products, commercial supplement drinks, aren't ideal for long-term use, but they're valuable short-term bridges when regular food is impossible. They're formulated to provide balanced nutrition in drinkable form. No shame in using these for a few days during acute illness. But we need to talk about red flags. If you can't eat or drink anything for more than 48 hours, you need medical evaluation. If you're losing significant weight, more than 5% of body weight, that's concerning. If you're becoming dehydrated despite your best efforts to drink, you need help. These situations might require intravenous fluids or even hospitalization for nutritional support, particularly in vulnerable populations like children, elderly, pregnant women, or people with diabetes. The psychological dimension also matters. Forcing food when genuinely nauseated can create food aversions that persist after recovery. There's a balance between encouraging adequate intake and not creating negative associations. Sometimes a few hours of fasting when nausea is severe, followed by trying again later, works better than forced feeding. Remember, this is temporary. Your appetite will return, typically as your fever breaks and symptoms improve. The goal is maintaining minimum intake to prevent serious nutritional deficit and dehydration during the acute phase.